Hi guys and welcome to my channel. This is Aztec and today we'll be going over the deck list for OP14 Doflamingo. The leader effect for this card is if you do Dawn -1 on opponent's turn once per turn, we can select our leader or any Don Quixote barrage type card and redirect the attack into that card. So this card basically gives us good value out of our cards on the field if we are able to redirect to them in a s- in a in a good option. And sometimes we get the 1k on the cards, and sometimes we get a free block if we redirect to a card with higher power for as compared to the attack that's coming through. So a really good leader effect to get off one free block or get out of one dangerous swing. So looking at the deck list, we have our one cost OP10 Sugar Searcher, where she can search on each turn as long as she's on the field, because she has a main effect instead of on play. So on main, if you rest one of her Dawn, we can look at the top 5 cards, reveal one card with Don Quixote Pirates type, and add it to the hand, and we can play the rest at the bottom. So as long as this card is on the field, it gives us good values to search throughout the deck and get the cards that we need. And then we can also use our leader effect to redirect our attack, redirect the opponent's attack into this card. So this card gives us really good value. Next we have Dellinger with an on KO effect, which on KO gives us one Dawn card from the Dawn deck in rested, and we look at top 5 cards and we take one Don Quixote Pirates type card and add it to the hand and place the rest at the bottom. So this card is basically a really good target for our leader redirect, and we redirect the attacker into this card to get Dawn and to pull off a search. Next we have Baby 5 from OP10. On play we may discard one card from the hand, and if your leader had Don Quixote Pirates, we can add one Dawn from Dawn deck and set it as active. So another really good card to help us ramp up, get rid of bricks, uh, and it is also a 2k counter. So it's also a really good card to add it into the deck. Next up, we have an Usohachi as a 2k counter, and I'm only running one of these because I'm thinking of switching this out for another card. But if he get to play this Usohachi correctly, it gives us a great value, and if we are able to rest some of the blockers on our opponent's field. So it's a really good card, but I'm looking to switch it out for another either Monet or another Rosinante. Um, but currently I have it in here as a 2k counter and for something that can help me rest blockers. Next up, Baby 5 from OP14, the new Baby 5. So on play, we add one Dawn card from the Dawn deck and set it as active. And then on KO, or if we do Dawn -1, we can add one card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. So another really great card to redirect our attack into, as because on play we get a one Dawn card and we set it as active, which can help us in using any counter events for the turn. And then on KO, if we do Dawn -1, we are able to pull off a heal off of this card. So another really good card for our redirect target. Next up, we have Don Quixote Rosinante. So on play, you may trash one event card from your hand and we draw 2 cards. And at the end of the turn, if we have 7 or more Dawn cards, we set 2 of them as active. So another really good card to help us use our Dawn more effectively, because it helps us not to save any Dawn for our counter events, because at the end of the turn we get to set 2 of the rested cards as active. If we have 7 or more Dawn, then we can pretty much use for our counter events. So another really good card to have on the field, because when we play our 10 cost, and then if we have Rosinante, we can at the end of the turn we get to have 2 Dawn as active. uh, to help us play off our events. And then we have Virgo, another really great card. Once per turn, if our Don Quixote Pirates type character would be removed from the field by the opponent's effect, we may return one Don card from the field to your Don deck instead. So another really good card which offers protection for our Don Quixote type cards. And also on when attacking, if we do Don -1, it gives -2k to our opponent's character for the turn. So it acts as a protector for our cards, and then can it also help us bring down um, large power cards on our opponent's field by giving -2k for the turn and help us swing into them more efficiently. Next we have Treble, another really great card to have on the field. It's from OP14, 5 cost Treble 2k counter. This effect can be activated when a Dawn card from the field is returned, and if we have our leader is Don Quixote Pirates type, we get to add one Dawn card from the Dawn deck and rest it. So it has really good synergy with our leaders when we use our leader effect to do Dawn -1 redirect the attack, and if we have Treble on the field, we can just get that Dawn back onto the field again. Next up we have Pika, and at the end of the turn, if our leader is Don Quixote Pirates type, we get to add one of Dawn card from Dawn deck and set it as active. Another a really good card to help us get to help us ramp up, or to help us get a Dawn back if we don't have any active Dawn left. So this is another really good card to use as in synergy with our 8 cost, which we'll get to just in a minute after we get over this monet, which is from OP14, 5 cost 1k. So if a leader is Don Quixote Pirates type, we add one Dawn from a Dawn deck and set it as active on play, and then on KO we get to draw two cards, trash one card from the hand, and we get to add up to two Dawn cards from the Dawn deck and rest it. An absolute necessary card for this deck, which helps us ramp really good. And is also really good target for our leader's redirect, and has a great on KO effects to help us get rid of bricks in our hand and to draw extra two cards, and we also get two extra Dawn cards and we get to rest it. Moving on to our 8 cost Doflamingo. On play, if we do Dawn -1, we can play up to 1 cost 5 or lower Don Quixote type character from our hand, and on opponent's turn, once per turn, we may rest one of our Dawn and we add up to one active Dawn from our Dawn deck. So another really good card, and it works in great synergy with Monet and Pika, because if we are on 8 Dawn and we play Doflamingo, um, we get to play a 5 cost or less of his effect. On play effect, we do Dawn -1 and we get to play Pika, which gives us that Dawn back at the end of the turn. Or we can play a Monet, which also gives us that Dawn back, one Dawn back on play, and we get to keep it as active, both of them. And then if let's say we are on 8 Dawn, we play 8 we played Doflamingo for 8 Dawn, we do -1 Dawn. We have now 7 Dawn in our Dawn on the field and 1 Dawn in the Dawn deck. Let's say we play a Pika. At the end of the turn, we add back that Dawn from our Dawn deck and set it as active on the field, and then off of our Dawn and off of our uh, Doflamingo, we also get to add one active Dawn from a Dawn deck, which helps us to keep two active Dawns in case we need to use a counter for the turn. Next up, we have a 9 cost Luffy, which gains rush if we return one or more Dawn card from play to the Dawn deck. We get to draw one card. So this card I have kept here to put pressure on our opponents or to finish out the game if I need to. But most of the time, I have not seen myself playing this card, as I mainly play either the 8 cost or 10 cost. The only scenario where I have been able to play this card, or where I had the need to play this card, was when I did several Dawn -1 effects using characters and leader on the same turn, and then I ended up with 9 Dawn on my next turn instead of 10 Dawn. So that was the optimal in that play, this card is optimal play because we get to play this for 9 dawn. We remove 1 dawn from our field. We get to 8 dawn, and this card gains. We draw 1 card, and this card gains rush, and we can just put pressure on our opponent for the turn. um, then we can switch out this Luffy and this Usohachi for this Usohachi, or this Usohachi for this Luffy, but there's another great card that we can use instead of these both, which I haven't tried yet because this deck has been working great for me, but I will surely try that. And we can add this Katakuri, which is 8 cost and is a blocker, and at the end of the turn we can set up to 2 of our Big Mom Pirates type character with the cost of 3 or more as active, and we can add up to 1 Dawn card from the Dawn deck and rest it. So the effect to set 2 of our Big Mom Pirates type character to active also works on this card, so we can set this card as active as well, and then we get to add 1 Dawn card from a Dawn deck, and this is a blocker, so it's a really great option to switch out either one Hosohachi and 1 Luffy for 2 of these categories, or to just replace both of them for 3 of categories. So another good option to take in mind if you want to have an extra blocker on the field. Next up we have our boss monster, the 10 cost 10k power Doflamingo from OP14. So on play, we do Dawn -3, and we choose if we choose to KO up to 1 of our opponent's character with a cost of 8 or less, or we can choose up to 3 of our opponent's character with a cost of 7 or less, and they cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next turn. So I mainly have used this card for the second effect, where I stun my opponent's 3 characters for the turn and just negate them from swings, uh, which which they might have been saving up for a end game for the end game. And then if we play out this and we stun them, it basically gives us an extra turn, or and it gives us more chances to put more pressure on our opponent. So a really good card to play, and I have always seen myself choosing the second effect over the first effect. Next up, we are running some Divine Departures, 0 cost. We trash one on as a counter, where we trash 1 card, and one of our leader or character gains plus 3k. And then we have the No Beam or Slow Beam Sword. This card I've seen myself using a lot. As it's a 2 cost, and we have to do Dawn -1, but it gives our character or leader plus 2k power for the battle. And then we also get to rest 1 of our opponent's character. So this sometimes comes in clutch, where we rest this, where we play this, and then we get to rest 1 of our opponent's character, and then just deny them of that extra swing which they might have been saving to attack with later, and then we just play this and rest that character for the uh, turn. And then, or we can use also play this and rest 1 of the blockers, so that on our turn we have more we can swing directly into the leader without worrying about any blocker. And then next we have this bullet string from OP14, which is an act which also I have seen myself use a lot of times. Is the same as non beam, where we do 2k and or -1, but the main thing that this card does is it gives our character or leader plus 4k for the battle, and then after the battle our character or leader gets 2k for the turn. So let's say if we use this card for our on our leader, so during that battle our leader will be 4k, will get plus 4k, sorry, and will make him to be on 9k. And then after that battle is over, it will be 7k for the turn. So basically for once it will be 9k during the battle, and then it will be 7k for whole of our opponent's turn, and it'll just give us that extra 2k, which will help us counter more efficiently and just throw our opponents off. So another really good counter event. I've seen myself playing Bullet String and Noro Beam quite often. If I have active dawn for them, and in scenarios where I can't keep any active dawn, I tend to use divine departure, and uh, the divine departure with our and also use the redirect of a leader effect to get out some lethals. And it this deck like makes it happen where if your opponents think that they can go for lethal the next turn and try to go for it, this deck just makes it happen so that uh that lethal can't go through. It just has this deck. I just say it has its ways to get out of a dangerous situation and to give you an extra turn, just to turn the tide, and which is really good. Here the with the 10 code Doflamingo stuns the opponent's 3 characters and has the option to KO, and also with 8 cost Doflamingo can be used just to get another 5 cost body out on the board, just to uh, make our board go wide. And then we have the threat of slow beam to rest one of our opponent's character, and then we have the bullet string to make our leader plus 7k for the turn, to give the extra power. And then we have this one healer here, to heal in any threatening situations. We can use this to get off a heal. And as it's a 4K, it's also very prone to removals, but that is where this Virgo comes in, which protects our cards from opponent's effect by where we just return one Dawn card from our field to the deck instead. So this card has protection for itself, and this card has the power to pressure the opponent as well. The only thing that I mentioned that I will be looking to change is either these two Luffy for 2 of Katakuris, or the Usohachi and Luffy for 3, switch out 3 for 3 Katakuris, or I will play 2 Katakuris and play another switch out these Usohachi for one Monet. Um, but at the moment, this deck has been performing really well with this deck list, so I haven't done that. But I will surely try this combination with Katakuri, and see which one is more feasible to or which one fits more into the play style of this deck. Because I've kept Luffy in just to put more pressure. Do I want to switch this out to play a bit more defensive with Katakuri? At the moment, I like how I can make it aggro at the end phase of the game, but I will surely try out this Katakuri as well, instead of this Luffy, and see how that goes. So this is basically our current deck list for Doflamingo, which I am testing. I don't have any games at the moment, as this is only a deck profile, but I will later put out some games with this leader as well, using this deck list. But all in all, currently I think this is the most optimal deck list for Doflamingo at the moment, except for this Sohachi and this Luffy, as I said. But other than that, I think it's a pretty complete deck list with everything that you'll need for this leader. And uh, there's just some minor things that we can add or remove at the moment, like adding more of Monet, or adding another Virgo or Rosinante. But I'll personally add more Monet instead of Virgo or Rosinante. But that does just depend on the play style you want to go for. You want to be more aggro, or you want to play a bit defensive. So yeah, so this is it for the deck profile for Doflamingo. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any recommendations or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I will surely respond to all of them. And if you have any suggestions, please also feel free to leave them below. Thank you.